Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's unanswered Africa scandal questions from costs to abuse claims. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are scheduled to visit Nigeria later this month to participate in discussions over the Invictus Games, but, due to several concerns, they have been advised to reconsider their trip schedule. It is anticipated that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex would interact with military personnel and their families as well as participate in cultural events. Welcome to Royal Pancakes. Please don't forget to subscribe and click the notifications bell, so you don't miss any updates about the British royal family. Meghan, who previously disclosed in an episode of her podcast Archetypes that she found out she is 43% Nigerian after doing a DNA test, has a special significance for the trip. This will be Harry and Meghan's first trip there as a married couple in West Africa. In the past, in 2018, King Charles, then Prince Charles, and Camilla travelled to Nigeria. We examine the concerns raised by the Sussexes' trip, which some have dubbed the Africa scandal, ranging from security dangers to charitable considerations. It is reported that the Sussexes will receive the kind of protection they anticipated in the UK before Harry lost his appeal because of the invitation from General Christopher Gwabin Musa, the Chief of Defence Staff of Nigeria. Reports state that the Nigerian government will foot the bill for their African security. A bill like this is being introduced at a time when the nation is still grappling with widespread poverty, with an estimated 87 million people living below the federal poverty line. Nigerians were enduring hours-long lines to get fuel in several major cities earlier this week, adding to the misery of millions already facing an economic crisis. Harry has expressed concerns about the risk of travelling to the UK. Therefore it seems disingenuous for Meghan and Harry to insist on going to Nigeria, according to former Royal Protection Officer Di Davis. He told The Express, "I find it odd that he personifies the risk factors here and is eager to travel to one of the most hazardous nations in the world. I would like to know the rationale for this excursion to what is a very dangerous place," the speaker continued. Following several accusations made against the conservation charity African Parks, Harry was under pressure to reconsider his position on the board. This led to the visit. Before being elevated to the governing board of directors in 2023, the Duke of Sussex served as president for 6 years. His new responsibilities included sharing oversight of the charity's strategy and managing its 22 national parks in collaboration with governments from various African nations. Employees of the charity, both past and present, gave their personal accounts of what goes on behind the scenes at the conservation last month. Some said that in order to get information from poachers, armed rangers employ torture methods. Author and journalist Olivier Van Bienman spent 3 years researching the organization, which is funded by US millionaires, British aid, and celebrities. He spoke with a variety of sources for his study. The depth of the startling accusations in a new book, Entrepreneurs in the Wild, was made clear by the journalist's research. However, African Parks refuted the book's conclusions, claiming it was seriously flawed. According to a statement, African Parks has been operating for over 20 years, having long-term partnerships with various traditional authorities as well as 12 different sovereign governments. The majority of international institutions have funded us, and each one demands extensive screening procedures in addition to sporadic award audits. The Sussexes are disregarding safety precautions issued by the U.S. State Department by visiting Nigeria, which has been assigned a Level 3 advisory, meaning that anyone planning to visit should reconsider travel because of the country's high crime, terrorism, civil upheaval, kidnapping, and armed gangs. According to the U.S. government's travel recommendation, violent crime, including hostage-taking, roadside banditry, assault, carjacking, rape, and armed robbery, is frequent throughout the country. Kidnappings for ransom are common and usually target U.S. Americans who are thought to be wealthy as well as dual national citizens who have returned to Nigeria for a visit. On interstate highways, kidnapping groups have also stopped victims. Terrorists in Nigeria, are still organizing and carrying out assaults. Targeting shopping centers, malls, markets, hotels, houses of worship, restaurants, bars, schools, government buildings, transit hubs, and other locations where large crowds congregate, terrorists may strike with little or no notice. Local gangs are known to collaborate with terrorists in order to increase their influence. In some areas of southern Nigeria, particularly in the Niger Delta and southeast, there is armed gang activity and civil disturbance. This area is also rife with gang activity and armed criminality, including kidnapping and attacks on Nigerian security personnel. In rural places, conflicts between herders and farmers often turn violent. Because of security concerns, the U.S. government's capacity to offer emergency assistance to U.S. residents in various parts of Nigeria is restricted.